Born in Saginaw, Michigan on June 23, 1894, Wilbur Brucker was bound to do more than most men. After graduating from Saginaw High School, he attended law school at the University of Michigan. Brucker waited tables and worked summer jobs to pay his way through school. He also joined the Michigan National Guard in 1916. Not long after Brucker finished his law degree, his National Guard unit was put on orders to go to the Mexican border. Brucker obtained a 48-hour pass and proceeded to Lansing, Michigan, where he took and passed the Michigan bar before leaving for military service.
Governor Brucker was sent down during the border troubles of the early 1900s along the Mexican border. This all stemmed from Pancho Villa attacking Columbus, New Mexico, and perpetrating a massacre there. The United States decided to send not only regular forces, but National Guard troops as well, and Brucker was one of those that was down there for months. Ended up guarding railroad stations, patrolling the border, and doing endless days of tedious drill while they were down there.
The National Guard units were stood down in January and February 1917 and sent back home. However, Brucker had applied to become an Army officer and was sent to Fort Sheridan, Illinois for officer training. By the time he received his commission as a second lieutenant, the United States had declared war on Germany. He did not return to the 33rd, but was sent to the 166th Infantry Regiment of the new 42nd Division. The U.S. was hurrying to send men to France to help the Allied war effort. One of the first to arrive was Second Lieutenant Brucker. The 42nd Division was sent to the trenches in March 1918. Here they waited for the orders to go over the top and assault the German trenches.
These men are thrown into this maelstrom of unending chaos and carnage. They're in the trench. They're undergoing all of these privations. And then the order comes, and the officers put their whistles to their mouth, up the ladders and over the top into this moonscape of barbed wire and dirt and grime. These men rush across against the Germans and into machine guns and grenades and artillery fire coming through. And finally, a group of men gets to the enemy trench and they start clearing the trench out, and the Germans fall back. Brucker was a part of all of that. In fact, he received a Silver Star for gallantry in action as he was helping to lay telephone wire out from the original trenches across no man's land and into the trenches that the Americans had taken away from the Germans.
He was also involved in the fierce battles near St. Mihiel in September 1918 and the Meuse-Argonne Offensive, the final Allied push that broke the German defenses. Brucker was again cited for bravery. He was also promoted to first lieutenant for his gallantry. However, he was also wounded this time. Brucker was assigned to the defensive sector during the occupation. He finally left France on April 18, 1919, and returned to the United States, where he was discharged from active duty on June 18, 1919. Although not active, Brucker remained in the Officer Reserve Corps until 1937. He returned to Saginaw, where he became the Assistant Prosecuting Attorney for Saginaw County for 4 years, before becoming the prosecuting attorney. In 1927, Brucker became the Assistant Attorney General for the state of Michigan, before being promoted to Attorney General the following year. In 1930, he was elected as the 32nd Governor of Michigan. He served a single 2-year term. In 1936, he ran for U.S. Senator, but was defeated. Although Brucker retired from Officer Reserve Corps in 1937, his time with the military was not over.
President Eisenhower looked at Governor Brucker at the time and he said, you know what, this is a guy I can trust to tap to lead the U.S. Army by making him Secretary of the U.S. Army at the time in 1954.
He held this post until John F. Kennedy took office in January 1961. Wilbur Brucker lived a life of service to his country and to his home state. He had an exemplary military record and served well in public service. William Brucker passed away in 1968. and was buried at Arlington National Cemetery.